Hey, what up? I hope you're having a great day. I'm gonna read a story right now. I decided I wanted to go for a drive. I didn't really know where I wanted to go. I didn't have anywhere to go. There was nothing like that I really needed to do or get done. I just drove towards the high school thinking I'd drive on by through that way and then maybe drive by the middle school, which is by a store and a church and stuff like that. So I got out and I drove. Nothing much was going on. I thought about things. I thought about food and all that. I thought about society. I thought about my life and all the things that go on. I thought about the world and everything. I really thought through a lot of intense shit, honest to God. While I was driving, I decided to go to the mall. The mall is often interesting and exciting, so I figured on it. I could have gone to Target or Barnes & Noble, but I decided on going to the mall. And so I went that way. The traffic was fine, fairly inactive to be honest. When I got to the mall, I noticed it was fairly crowded, which is to be expected and such like with all that goes on, and it being a Saturday. I should figure that it would be the most crowded on the most busy day of the week, which is Saturday. I walked around. I didn't have anywhere to go. I was kind of hungry though, so I went in and stopped at the coffee shop, such. I wanted to get myself just a sandwich to eat. There was a girl there, my age, roughly, so I talked to her per my interest. I told her that I write, and so like I am being a writer and doing books and such. She spoke motivationally to my benefit, which did agree with my feelings. I got my sandwich and I got her number and I left. I thought about her throughout my drive. She was attractive, she was nice, she'd given me her number. I didn't really know what to say. When I got home I texted her and I gave her my Instagram @ and I asked if she'd want to go to a restaurant and a movie per my treat, as in I'd pay. She agreed to the terms and she said she'd join me. Pleased was me with the situation and so that was that, and I just went on and meditated. Alright, that was that. Now I'm gonna read out some stuff about my actual day, because that was fiction, but now I'm gonna read about my actual day, which is a similar level of interesting, maybe more interesting than that, because not much happened in that story, to be honest. February 25th, 2026. Last night I had this really horrible experience where I felt super tired and nauseous and shit, and I had to sit in bed and kind of meditate and kind of do a drum beat with my hands in order to relax. I affirmed, my life is fun, the universe is great, and that's what I did for a while. It was really something horrible and hard to deal with. I felt like I was dealing with all the emotions and shit that I'd had stored within me while I was trying to be strict and productive, like the emotions were building up during my period of strictness. I guess I really needed to just relax. Earlier today I went to Safeway. First I went to the Starbucks and then I went into the Safeway. I went in on the side without carts, so I walked through behind the cash registers to get to a cart and get a cart. I got a cart and I had my coffee and I put my coffee in the cart in a cup holder part, and it started spilling and shit like that, and it was really pretty annoying. I think the first thing I went for was coffee creamer, or maybe it was the potatoes and lemons. I went to the lemons first. I went to the produce section and got the potatoes and lemons. The lemons were easy to find and the potatoes presented mild confusion, but the confusion was overcome and I got the potatoes. Then I went to get the chicken, and the chicken was simple enough to find. I was supposed to get like 2.5 pounds of chicken and potatoes. I just got a basic bag of both, texted my mom photos of them, and she said they were enough, so it was enough. I then went to get coffee creamer, which was my original purpose for going to the store trip in the first place. There was a woman getting creamer, so I stood to the side and waited, and then there was a guy who got creamer right after her, so I stayed standing to the side. The guy lingered there for a while. It was kind of annoying. Then he left and I got my creamer. It was hazelnut flavored. I went to get wine per the grocery list. King Estate Pinot Gris. I like to imagine I seem fancier when I am in the wine section. I mean, I would imagine I appear fancy for my age being in the wine section. I guess that's what I mean, as far as that goes. It took me some time to find the wine, unfortunately, but I kept looking and looking, and I even texted my mom that I could not find the wine. But then, at the last second, before I would give up, I found the wine. I went to the checkout, and I normally use self-checkout, but under these circumstances with alcohol, it meant that they would have to check my ID anyway, so I went through the cashier checkout. The woman operating the cash register was young and Indian American, like Hindu, not Native American. I showed her my ID, and I bought what I needed to buy, and then I was out of the store. I tinkered with the ATM a little bit, and I considered buying lottery tickets, but the ATM didn't work with Apple Pay, so I gave up. I went out to the car to drive home. There were a whole lot of middle schoolers who had just gotten out of school, I suppose, and I passed all them by and all that. I got in the car and drove. I drove and listened to music. I got home, and I thought about writing, but I decided on doing a COD stream first. I did the stream. It was good. I had some good clips and stuff, really great stuff, really amazing, if I'm being honest. Nobody watched, but it doesn't matter because people will watch the clips that I turn into YouTube Shorts later. That's how it works. I texted with my friends about society and power and stuff. Great stuff. And now I just had dinner and I'm typing this, so that's that. And this is here now. And this will go into my book. Cool. Alright, now I'm going to read my poems. This is 25 from my book. Right now I feel bad. I feel kind of shitty. I don't know why. I think it'll pass. I think it's because recently my mindset has been kind of ass, making everything into a rule, living just like some kind of simple fool, like a tool. I need to fix myself up if I want to rule. This is 26. Me life is so easy. Me life is so nice and breezy. Some people say he's so sleazy. They need to take it easy. I don't know why, but they are never on the TV. See me. I stick out like a sore thumb. I get in and out and act so dumb, but I never even drop a crumb. Unless I'm feeling messy, everyone loves me and never tests me. I have the best, see? I know how to rest, teehee. This is 27. There's a hole in my shoe. I need to get some glue. I need to fill the hole in my shoe. You need to see it too. I need to see it all through. I need to get it all so you can understand. I need to make some money so I can start the band. 28. I write for fun. If it turns to purpose, that's fine. I don't need to write anything unless I want to. I don't need to do anything unless I want to. Everything I do is productive. Everything else is reproductive. I don't need to do anything in a certain kind of way. I don't even need people to understand the words I say. This is 29, and I wrote it after rereading what I had written as a story earlier. I started 3 paragraphs in a row with I went. Is that bad? Am I supposed to do something different than that? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's just my fucking writing that nobody reads and nobody will ever even read anyways, I guess. Haha. LOL. 30. Yo, it's the biggest moment of my life. I can't believe it happened. Wife, like a knife to my throat. Something to end like that's all she wrote and put it in a note and gone away. 31. The world is as simple as it is to a dog. The human stuff is made up. It's all bullshit. Eat when hungry, sleep when tired. 32. I don't want to do some fucking clipping up and posting shit. I just want to do my shit, so maybe that's all I will do. Who knows? I don't care. I need to go further than all will share. 33. I'm just trying to figure shit out. I don't need to make any content. I don't need to. I can just do what I want and deal. I can just deal with things like any way. I can deal with things like every day and before. I go in and stay hardcore. Look at all and stay by the shore. Breaks. 34. I need to use the money that I have and make it into more money. I mean, that's something I could do. Something like that is okay and so true. 35. Getting better at skating is the same as the skating itself, so just like more of the same, and that's how it is, and you don't need to make plans, you just do what makes sense from one moment to the next. 36. My life's so easy, maybe it's too easy. I get it, like it's so fucking breezy, haha. It's great, it's so nice and easy. 37. I don't have to deal with people, I don't have to do things I don't want to do. What are my goals? I don't even know. I guess I gotta confess, I don't even know as much. 38. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I guess I'm just trying to let shit settle on out. I guess that's what I'm doing pretty much. 39. It's always the same. We just be up late like playing the game. What a shame. I have too much, just too much fame. It's always so good and it's always the same. It's never so bad. Nobody to blame. Haha, I'm so glad. Just the same as a bird in a nest. Now I gotta take a moment, get some rest. Thank God. I don't have to take another test. I tested out. Third quarter's over. It's just time to shout. What else have we done? We have no idea what it's even about. What is this even about? 42. I like to write, and then when I write, I have an obligation to put it into a book, and some goes in a song, and then I need to put all of it into a microphone and into YouTube videos and clip it into shorts, and it's all good according to reports, and it's been reported. 43. Every day is the big day. Who even cares? What's there to say? It's not even a game, it's a show, okay. 44. Ocean and the sun, they chill out and have fun. They make it easy. They don't even run. They just sit back, just have fun. I don't even know. They aren't even done. I don't ask them how, but I think they have won. Big prize, no surprise. Well, not to me. I'll pay it twice, but not the fee. I wanted more, but I'm so much more than and seen being air. I don't even not think. Okay, and share a dare. We dared the right choice. We were made out of wine and nice time. Rolls Royce. And that was all that was. And now I'm going to play my song. Up and awake, here. I want them to take it all, for heaven's sake, and fall. I had some leaves, I'm on call. I don't want to get twisted, look at y'all. But I thought the season was sweet, I was ready for more. I wanted to go to like the candy in store. I stored so much potential and I made more like of protectional. I was protecting the state of affairs. I didn't have a city I needed clearly, and they had no mayors or manners, and so there was no place to put the planters, and the flowers just died. Some flower fans looked around and just cried. I took the side of the many. It was then and so many. I didn't have a problem with the way things were. I had a problem with the pain and such cause of a stir. Yeah, up and around, out and in town. The clown had a frown. We tried to make him smile. It didn't take long, and we were around him and following him single file. And then he had us all laughing. He made us smile. He had just been on his break, his lunch break. He didn't mess up. He was a good clown, always riding around on the town. He wore a crown on his head. He was the captain. He had the snow and a sled. And he wet his bed till he was 16 when he met the queen, and she told him the secrets of all life.